Yeah, what are you gonna do? It's fine.
You do.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
J-Law giving me the thumbs up, holding it a close. All right. All right. Here we go, everybody. Thank you for being here. Let's do the show. Here goes. It begins in 3, 2. Wait a minute. Okay, there it is. 3, 2, 1. Coming up on TMS, the bra is gone.
This is not about Mario Kart.
Not gonna buy the lettuce now.
Or the mushrooms. Just a man and his roadkill.
Hold on, my screen's all jacked here. How many spiders is too many? 1.
Fortnite addiction. Yeah, right. How Fortnite addiction kills marriages?
Making things with Bell.
Jury duty and more on this episode of the Morning Stream.
We're the Sugar Crisp Bears and we want you to meet the grandest treat you ever did eat.
Host Sugar Crisp.
As a cereal, it's dandy. For snacks, it's so handy. Or eat it like candy. Host Sugar Crisp.
The Morning Stream. The Morning Stream. The Morning Stream. The Morning Stream. Morning Stream.
The Morning Stream. Go blurg blurg.
Morning Stream. Morning Stream. Morning Stream.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the morning stream. It is stream. Stream.
Screen. Screen.
It's not even a word. What does the word stream mean? Nothing.
I don't know. I like it though. The screen.
Let's see here. It says.
Don't cross the streams.
Yep. Here we go. Stream Presbyterian Church. All right. Fine. Whatever. That exists. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the morning stream. That's the proper way of saying it. It's Tuesday, September 18th, 2018. Scott Johnson here. Brian Ibbett there. Hello.
Hi, Scott Johnson.
How's it going, man?
So people in the chat room are saying something's up with your camera. It looks blurry, horrible, and weird.
Oh, blurry, horrible.
Did you smear Vaseline all over the lens like your Sybil Shepherd again?
No. What I did is I hooked up a SLR camera, but it shouldn't look horrible and smeared. I'm in focus. That's what you want. My background's smeared. If I go back here. Brian doesn't see this because he's
I don't see it because now I got to pull up the pulling up the Twitch app.
He's on a different camera, so he's not seeing what you people are seeing.
You didn't get that brand new camera that people were telling us about, did you?
No, heck no. This is an old Canon.
It was like $4,000 or $5,000. Like, no, I don't think I need that for streaming. Thanks, though.
Hell no. No, this is a what do you call it? I can't think of it. Canon SLR Rebel thing I've had for a while, and I'm just testing it out. We'll see if it works for me or not. I don't know.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
The only problem with it is it's 60 frames per second, and OBS doesn't like that sometimes. So I don't know. I have to dork it. I'm just giving it a shot today.
That's very interesting, though. I like that.
Yeah. See, I've got bokeh back here, like what's his name? Who runs Apple now? Like Tim Cook would say.
Yeah.
Look at the bokeh on this product. He'd say.
It's kind of cool. I'm Lester Holton. Here's today's news.
There you go.
Why do I sound like Walter Cronkite?
I don't know, but I trust you more just by you doing that. I trust you more.
Sure.
That's what happens when you do Walter Cronkite voice. Everyone trusts you more.
That's true.
So, quick follow-up to yesterday. We're going to do haikus at the end of the show. Thank you, everybody. My gosh, you sent a billion of them. I don't even know where to start. There's emails, there's tweets. It's just
hilarious.
bad.
Oh, I haven't even seen the emailed ones. I've just seen the tweeted ones, and they are hilarious.
There's a cajillion of them. But we'll get to some of that toward the end of the show. But I went out to the same route yesterday, or that I took yesterday. I took the dog to again today at about 6:30 this morning. And no bra. Bra's gone.
It's gone, brah.
Bra's gone, brah. The bra was hanging from a tree and is no longer hanging from the tree. So I can only think that whoever was in charge of said bra, or whoever finally took responsibility for the bra, took it down. So it is gone.
That would be the ideal situation, right? Like when you're thinking of why that bra could be gone.
Yeah.
Here are the two things you hope are the case. Either the person who threw it up there came back and grabbed it, or someone in a position of authority who's going to discard the bra has picked it up. What you don't want to think about is, there's a bra up there. Probably still smells like a lady.
Yeah, I'm going to go get the lady bra. I mean, somebody else may have seen it besides me, obviously, because it wasn't that early yesterday. It was like, I don't know, 8 o'clock when I saw it. But whatever, it's a neighborhood eyesore. Get that bra out of there. Get that bra out of the thing. Doesn't belong on a tree. Belongs on a pair of boobs.
Exactly.
That's what you do. Keeping your boobs supported. Quick recommendation.
Hate to think of those boobs running free without that thing.
That's right. If you end up like my grandma, you got to tuck him in by age 70. Hey, don't go look at the Mario Kart trending hashtag on Twitter. I would recommend against it. If you
Too late.
Oh gosh, dang it. So quick for those not in the know, what's her porn name?
Stormy Daniels.
Stormy Daniels. Not
Stormer
her,
Daniels.
Stormer Daniels says that how do I put this? Let's put this as congenially as you can in the morning. She says that Donald Trump's wiener looks like Toad from the Mario, and she referred to it as the Mario Kart character, even though Toad's in lots of other Mario games.
Right, the one that looks like a little mushroom.
Yeah.
It's but very, very subtly put, Scott.
Yeah.
You like how you very carefully disguised all the things you said there.
Well, I've been at this for a while. I had some practice, and there you go. Anyway, Toad the wet sprocket is what I like to think of. And I didn't need to know it.
Looks like a Bulbasaur.
Trust me, though, you're better off hearing it from me than you are going to hunt that down on Twitter, because there's all kinds of imagery associated with some of the hashtags, and you don't want to be there. You don't want
really?
to.
See, I guess I was lucky then. All I saw were a lot of Mario Kart GIFs and pictures of Toad looking confused and surprised.
Yep. Which reminds me, there's a Switch game I want to get called Toad, or it was on the Wii U as well. Captain Toad's. Oh, what is it? Captain
Wild
Toad's
Ride.
Wild Stormy Ride at the Daniels River. No, I forgot.
Toad goes bareback.
I forgot what his name is. Chat room, you'll remember. Treasure. Yeah, it's a treasure hunting game. I forgot. Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker. Is that it? It's not Tracker. Captain Toad's Treasure Island. Whatever. She also says it's smaller than average, not freakishly small. Whatever that means. So.
It was more. Well, you know what? I'm not even going to describe the other description that she put in that same sentence too. Besides
about how he didn't seem to think so or something, or
more about the abominable snowman. Let's just say there's an abominable snowman in the market, and he's picking out the peas and the carrots.
Yeah. This is all true.
Oh, hey, Switch games, by the way. Look what I have that's still sealed in plastic, but will be unwrapped soon.
Oh, Dead Cells, get in there. Good going on that.
It was on discount at Amazon a couple weeks ago. I'm like, oh, you know what? I'll snag that because everyone's talking about it.
How much less did you pay?
I think it was 20 or something, maybe.
Oh, I think it's only 20 digitally, isn't it?
Oh, digitally, then it was way less than that.
Oh,
or was it?
Good.
Yeah.
Anything between 10 and 15 would have been a steal. So that's awesome. That's one of my favorite games of the year. Like, it's in my top 3 right now. It might be my number 1.
Let's see. Okay, digital code was 24, and I think I got it for $19.99 or something like that.
That's still good.
Save $5.
Worth it. Yep. I hate the little
and
tips,
I have a new chip I can lick.
Yeah, you have a chip you can lick. Oh, you should do it right now on the show. Open it and see. Brian, open it and see.
I've done this before, haven't I?
Yeah, but we want to see if they're still doing it, and it's third party. This isn't even a first party title, so you can see.
You're just looking for a new GIF, is basically what you're doing. You just want a new, Brian makes a horrible face response to something.
Kind of, sort of. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I wouldn't turn down a GIF of you licking a thing that was gross and you making a disgusted face about it.
You really just are doing this so that I finally unwrap the game, so it doesn't end up like that.
Yeah.
I have it comes with the Dead Cells art book.
Oh, very nice. The art book.
Art book.
That's fantastic.
Interesting thing for it to come with. All right, here we go. Dead Cells chip.
All right, lick it. Here it goes. It's still
bitter and horrible and gross.
Okay, chat room, your job now is to give me a Twitch clip of that so I can go easily make a GIF out of it, because I don't want to dink too hard with it. Okay, I don't want to go hunt that down later. I want you to send it to me. Thank you, chat room.
Yeah,
it's really gross, right? They're really bad.
Really gross. I don't know why. I mean, we do know why. It's so kids won't accidentally eat them. But in telling them that it tastes horrible, like you've never licked a Nintendo cartridge.
No.
You've never licked a Sega Genesis cartridge. None of that.
No.
It wasn't until they said, we're making these taste bad so you don't accidentally eat it. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
now I must.
Now I have to
Now
at
I
least
have
try
to.
it. Yeah, I wonder if pets are a thing. If pets don't like it, or maybe they do like it. I don't know.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to upset the cat. I'm tempted, but I'm not gonna. She's so calm.
Yeah,
and,
look
and
at her.
happy
She's
right
serene
there.
over there.
Yeah.
Look at that. Oh, you can't bother that cat.
No, are you kidding me? No way.
My cat continues to be a huge jerk. Our cat's a
I
jerk.
saw the video of her swatting Boomer.
It's just a jerk. Just always looking for a fight. Never wants to be
just
pet. It's just a jerk. It's a jerk.
It's what pets do. I mean, they just basically like they're saying, all right, I've been in the house longer than you. I'm dominant. You know, Rainer's got top pecking order.
Should have named her. Should have named her named him Diablo and not Deckard. It's like the wrong character type. She's the freaking
Right.
the hellspawn. No, what do they call the primeval of anger or whatever? Primeval of grumpy cats. Anyway, so that's going on. Also, hey, the Emmys were last night. You watched that actual tripe, right?
Well, see, I thought I was watching the Emmys. It turned out it was just a really long episode of Saturday Night Live. I don't know.
Yeah, I heard that actually. They were the two
not
news
a very
hosts.
good one either.
Was it the two news host people? Is that who it was? Or
Yes,
who?
you had Colin Jost and Michael Che,
Yeah.
who were the hosts,
Yeah.
and they were hit or miss. I think that they had some really edgy stuff planned, and they decided to scale back at the last second and be a little bit more tame. That's my guess, is that they probably had some really good stuff written, like some really biting and snarky stuff written, and Lauren Michaels said, no, I think you'd better, why don't you scale it back a little bit?
Dial it back for us, please.
Yes, I don't know why people think that Dr. Evil was based on me.
Because it was,
So they
dude. Because it totally freaking was. Anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'd say, I'd give them maybe a C+, B-. I mean, they were good, but they weren't terrific.
Yeah.
They had Fred Armisen and Maya Rudolph come on and pretend to be Emmy experts.
Yeah. How'd that go?
That they would occasionally cut to, like, these people know everything about the Emmys, so we'll ask them, like, how old is the Emmy statue and stuff like that. And it was kind of like the character that Fred Armisen did on SNL, where he and Kristen Wiig would go up as musicians that were totally unprepared and come up with stuff on the fly.
Oh. Yeah.
It
That
was,
doesn't
It
sound like
was
it
a total
fits.
clunker. Like, the audience was more laughing at the lack of humor than they were any humor. It was really disappointing.
That really bums me out. That makes me sad.
Yeah. Will Ferrell came out and did some sort of like slow walk to the podium that I maybe was to fill time, but he was acting like it was such a long distance. I think because they were coming in a little bit earlier. They ended right at 9:00. Like, they ended right when they were supposed to end.
Wow, that never happens. It's crazy.
And I feel like it was because they had 3 minutes of Will Ferrell shuffling slowly towards the microphone to do his.
Did people laugh at that, or was that dumb?
In the first, it was one of those things where, like, the longer a joke goes on, it's funny at first, and then in the middle it's like, okay, I'm bored with it. But then you start laughing again because he's still doing it.
Yeah.
Like, I think Family Guy does that a lot. Oh, speaking of Family Guy, Alex Borstein came out to accept her award for The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. By the way, Marvelous Miss Maisel, Barry, and Godless did really well. Jeff Daniels got up there and got the award for Godless, which was well-deserved.
Sure.
But Alex Borstein came up there, decided to take off her wrap, like she had a wrap around her dress.
Oh.
And
a wrap.
she might have lost something in a tree on her way to the Emmys. I'm just saying, like,
okay, all right,
like what you saw in the tree might have belonged to Alex Borstein or Borstein. I think it's Borstein.
I think.
Borstein.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, all right. I don't.
Yeah. Sure. Well, she does the voice of Lois on Family Guy, but she was also the comedian that trains Miss Maisel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's good in that. I've only seen a few episodes, but she seems great in it. Seems really good. Well done, Alex Borstein. So let's look at the actual winners
Game of
real
Thrones,
quick.
big winner.
So let's look at the winners. Best comedy, Marvelous Mrs. Maisel there. Best drama, Game of the Thrones.
Oh yeah, and then when the Marvelous Miss Maisel won, they apparently gave the award to the Penguin from Batman. It was really great that he was able to go up there and.
Who was that for real? Who was it? Was it the?
It's Amy Sherman Palladino.
Oh, was she all looking like that again? Okay.
She had a weird top hat and tails and.
I watched none of this, so I have zero visual.
Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha.
Best limited series: The Assassination of Gianni Versace, American Crime Story. Didn't see it. Let's see. Best actress in a comedy: Rachel Brosnahan from that Marvelous Miss Maisel. And then you got your best actor in a comedy: Bill Hader for Barry. Well done. Best actor in a drama: Matthew Rhys for The Americans. That's good to hear. I like that guy. Is it Rhys or Rhys? I don't know how you say it.
Rhys. Matthew Rhys.
Okay,
yeah.
There you go.
Rhys.
Supporting actress in a drama: Thandie Newton, or Tandy as you're supposed to say, for Westworld. Best supporting actor in a drama: Peter Dinklage for Game of Thrones. Supporting actress in a comedy: Alex Borstein, like you mentioned. And supporting actor in a comedy: Henry Winkler, his first ever non-daytime Emmy, because he's won 2 daytime Emmys for I don't know what. I could go look it up, but some other weird thing. They're probably like, who knows what they are? Right? They're probably not even shows. They're probably like talk show type things or something. Yeah. But this is his first like real straight up win for something, and that's awesome because he's real good in Barry.
He's great. He's so good. I'm hoping that this pushes a lot of people to watch Godless and Barry and Mrs. Maisel, because I feel like those are they don't get the attention that stuff like Game of Thrones and Orange is the New Black and stuff like that gets on streaming services.
Yeah. Godless deserves a whole lot of credit.
Merritt Wever got the supporting actress. Jeff Daniels got the supporting actor for Godless.
Deserved.
Yep.
Variety sketch series goes to SNL like it always seems to. I feel like it's a conflict of interest that the whole thing is produced by Lorne Michaels, and he also produces Saturday Night Live. I don't know. That seems weird to me.
A really good one. The writing for a limited series movie or drama went to the guys who did that Black Mirror episode with Meth Damon as the USS
Star
Callister.
Trek, the Star Trek parody thing.
And hopefully that spurs them into turning it into a series.
I would watch that series every week. I'd be so into that. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Variety series, talk series went to last week tonight with John Oliver. Also, I think deserved. Reality competition program, RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah. Which
haven't seen it. No idea. How's that?
I've seen a couple episodes. It's so my cousin Allison is a huge fan, and so when we were staying out with her in California, we watched a couple episodes, and it is hilarious in kind of a weird, uncomfortable way. I mean, not really uncomfortable. For a guy who's not familiar with that culture, it's kind of in a funny okay, all right, that's interesting way.
All right, well, RuPaul's he still presents as male, just drag, right? Is that the deal with him? Okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, he was male last night, like presenting as male last night.
Right, he wears suits and stuff sometimes and shows up looking all dude-like.
Sharp looking dude.
Yeah, so sharp, I'll cut you. He got some good directing stuff for folks for things like The Crown and Amy Sherman Palladino for that deal. I can't say the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel without irritating myself. I don't like the name.
Yeah, I know. Just Maisel. Just the Maisel.
Just
the Maisel show.
Stick with the Maisel show.
Rick and Morty got Best Animated Program. A lot of these things got given away at the Schmemmys, which were a couple days ago.
This Best Variety Special, I watched this. John Mulaney's Kid Gorgeous at Radio City.
I want to see it. I really like him. Good. I think he is hilarious.
It's good. I'm surprised that beat out the Chappelle ones, because those Chappelle ones I think are freaking genius.
It beat Chappelle. It beat Patton Oswalt. Michelle Wolf had one that was up against that. Yeah, it was.
Mulaney's good.
He's great.
Yeah.
Yep.
Check him out. Let's see. You got your television movie, Black Mirror, USS McAllister. You mentioned that. But reality host went to RuPaul. And let's see if we can find anything else here. I'm a little surprised we didn't get a lot of. I thought Handmaid's Tale would perform better.
Golly, no kidding. Nothing for Handmaid's Tale.
It won
surprisingly.
last year.
And you had one category where Ann Dowd, Yvonne Strahovski, and I can't remember. It's the one-eyed handmaid.
Oh, her. Yeah, she's
Handmaid.
cool.
Yeah,
I like her.
the three of them were all competing like it was the supporting actress in a drama, and none of the three of them won. It went to
guest, right? Samira Wiley, whoever that is.
Tandy Newton beat her. Yeah, Samira, not Samira.
Well, somebody named Samira Wiley won best guest actress in a drama for Handmaid's Tale, and I don't know who that is.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Well, that's her African American friend who is also in.
Oh, I like her.
Yes.
The Orange is the New Black lady. She's great.
Yes. Poussey from Orange is the New Black.
Yeah, she's awesome.
So she did win, but yeah, I forgot that she won, but it was can't remember who the other actress is. Alexis Bidel, I think maybe.
Bledel.
That's it.
Is that your old Amy Sherman Palladino?
The one-eyed handmaiden.
The one-eyed? No, that's not her.
No?
No. That's what's her name from Gilmore Girls. That's Bledel is the Gilmore girl, the younger one, the daughter from Gilmore Girls. She's also in Handmaid's Tale.
Isn't she on?
She is. But
she's on The Handmaid's Tale.
She is, but she's not one-eyed. You're thinking a totally different lady, different girl.
Oh, I totally am. You're right.
Yeah.
Yes.
She has. She had a crotch surgery she didn't ask for. If you know what I'm saying.
I think she was the one who was nominated.
All right. Well, I like her. She's from the Amy Sherman Palladino previous thing because she did the Gilmore Girls. I wonder if there was any kind of chatting behind the scenes, like, "Hey, I haven't seen you in a while. What's going on? It's nice to see you." Anyway.
Yes. Glenn. That's right. There we go. Emily.
I could have used documentary or nonfiction series went to Wild Wild Country. It's awesome. Great.
Yeah, you said that was really good.
Yeah. Still a recommendal. Anyway.
Cool.
Any other Emmy moments that stood out for you?
Not really. I mean, a guy, the director of the Oscars who won for best variety special, Glenn Weiss.
Yeah.
He halfway through his speech said, was giving all the thanks to his girlfriend who was in the audience and said, and you wonder why I don't want to call you my girlfriend, and she kind of is smiling and nodding, and he says, because I want to call you my wife, and then the whole audience goes.
Was that like an actual proposal in the middle of the thing?
He then actually pulled out a ring.
Oh, good Lord.
The ring that his dad put on his mom's finger, called her up to the stage, and actually proposed to her. It was sweet, but I can imagine there's going to be some backlash.
Was it? It's annoying to me.
There's going to be some backlash of like, hey, I'm going to take advantage of this moment to do this. That
annoys me. It annoys me. I don't like it. I hate that. Listen, no offense to anybody who got married this way. If y'all were up at the at a BlizzCon costume contest and freaking Illidan proposed to Chromie, great. I think, you know what? Have a happy, wonderful life. But I can't stand that. I think I find that the proposal thing, doing it in like vast public, is weird. It's a private, personal thing, I think. Like, why would you want to make the whole world watch you do it? I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know. It was, on the surface, if I had heard about it, I would have said that was cheap and lame. Watching it, it was sweet and well done.
Agree to disagree, my friend. All right.
And I'm certainly not going to recommend you watch the video, because I think out of context, it's still, you have to...
You had to be there.
And maybe it was just the fact that we needed something to happen. Maybe that was the problem.
What do you have a snack that you prefer during Emmy broadcast? Is there something you would like? Is probably the same as the Oscars. What do you like to do for that?
Oh, see, well, with the Oscars, we actually have friends come over and we watch it together, and we have bets on, we actually have an Oscar sheet that we fill out and compete. For the Emmys, it's more like, lounge on the couch. I'm playing games on my iPad, looking up if it's something we care about. Look, back to my game if it's not. And
right.
Tina's scrolling through Facebook or whatever. So there's, there's not as much of a. There's certainly no grand show for the Emmys for us.
Well, I understand.
Production.
Completely.
It's not a grand production for us like the Oscars are.
It's such a non-production for me that I don't watch them.
Exactly.
I'm always interested in the results. Like I'm
sure
super into TV right now, and I love my shows, and I want my programs to win and all that, but just never know.
Yeah, well, it was lackluster. So if there was ever an Emmys that you could have said, I'm not going to watch this one, this was a good one to not watch.
Who hosted it last year? Who were the hosts? I don't remember.
Was it Seth Meyers? No, I'm trying to remember.
It might have been. Might have been Seth
he
Meyers.
did the Golden Globes. Let me see. 2017 Emmys.
Is it Meyer or Myers? Meyer.
Seth Meyers. Stephen Colbert did the Emmy Awards last year.
Oh, all right. And I didn't see that. Was he any good?
And he was good. Yeah, he was really good.
So what did Seth Meyers do recently? Was the Oscars or something?
Yes, or Golden Globes. Yeah, one of the two.
Let's see. Oh yeah, it was Oscars.
Okay.
The 75th annual Oscar Awards were hosted by none other than Seth Meyers.
That's right.
Who I refer to as Seth Meyer all the time. So I don't know why.
Seth Meyers.
Yeah, I leave off the S.
Looks like he actually did. Oh no, never mind. No, he got nominated for writing for a variety series for the.
When he was writing for SNL
last night.
Yeah. Oh.
Yep.
Yeah. No, wait. What does he write for? Oh, for his show, for Late Night.
For his show. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, it was all the talk shows were up against each other, and.
So
John
how many
Oliver
hosts
won.
have there been since Letterman, since Late Night started? You had Late Night with David Letterman. Late Night, not the Late Show, but Late Night. So midnight on NBC. And then you had, who was out? Who took over? Oh, Conan, duh. Conan O'Brien.
Right.
Then, no, that can't be.
Then Seth Meyers. No, there had to be somebody in between, right?
Yeah, who am I missing? The guy who does it, the current Tonight Show guy.
Oh, Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon,
No.
Late Night with Jimmy Fallon. Yes, he was next.
No, he's always been. He's always been Tonight Show.
Incorrect.
Really?
Oh yes. You missed. That was like 6-7 years of him on there. Now, albeit it's the same show, like they didn't really change things up much. Kind of like when Dave went to Late Night or the other one, Night.
Yeah.
Whatever it's called. But it's so it's the same format and everything. But no, he was
Look
Late
at that.
Night.
2009 to 2014. I honestly don't remember that. I feel like it was. It went. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, Fallon took over for Conan when Conan got the Tonight Show job, and then the Tonight Show job got yanked from him unceremoniously, and they put Leno back there. Like it got real weird for a minute, and then Fallon eventually ends up being the host. It's crazy. That whole thing, crazy. It's probably a book. Oh, my battery on my camera died. Sorry, everybody. I'm going back to the other camera. That's just how it's going to be.
In?
Hold on a second. Oh, crap. There it is. Okay. Old camera's back. That's how it's going to be. This was just a test today anyway. I don't have the power adapter for it yet, so that's still coming in the mail. But because these cameras don't come with power adapters, you just charge batteries. So that battery just ran its course.
So you can't even plug. Oh, that's kind of lame.
Well, that's why I had to get a third-party adapter. And the third-party adapter is cool because you jam it's like the shape of a battery. So you jam it in there, but it's got a cord hanging off of it. And there's a little space on the back of that thing where you can pull it out. So it actually seems like it's supposed to have a cord, but it's not. It's like total hackery. Quick note and a shout out to some folks who listen to the show, specifically Nick, who's a longtime fan of the community and of the show. And we're going to dedicate today's episode to his girlfriend, Megan, who passed away. He is heartbroken and distraught and reached out to me, and I was like, dude, we're more than happy to not only mention this, but to kind of make it today's dedication. So, Nick, this is for you, and so sorry about your loss, man. I didn't know Megan, but I would love to have met her, and we hope to meet you one day as well. So take it easy. All right, did we lose free hotel room? Is he out? He probably left now, right?
I didn't see him in here before, but
he's like, I'm out.
He had a lot to say. He had a lot to say on Twitter yesterday about film sack and things you and Jury and Randy have said.
Oh, was that him? I didn't even notice the name. Okay. I saw Jury replying to something, and I thought, who's this? And then I I didn't go far enough into it. Well, that's great. It's good to have him around.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, big shout out to Nick. Let's move on. We got stuff to do today. And don't worry, end of the show, we got big plans. Japanese food taste testing. We got an email. We got some haikus we're going to read that you guys submitted. Before all that, we got Bill and Jury. It's a big day. So we may as well get right in to the news.
This is your radio newscaster with another exclusive, sensational summary of world and local events.
Oh, look, it's the news brought to you by
The Local Bar. This week we're joined by Admiral Nelson himself, Mr. Brian Brushwood. We cover having people support you while you chase crazy dreams, the amazing medical turnaround of his brother, and where people get the wrong idea about scam school. Spend some time with this Diamond Club champion talking about his shows in a way you've never heard before. You can find The Local Bar podcast on iTunes, Spotify, or iHeartMedia.
There you go. That sounds great. I like to hear a little insider info on what's going on with Brian Brushwood.
Yeah.
We got a story here in the news about a man accused of rubbing produce on his butt in Northern Virginia in a grocery store. They thought this was real important. We bring this to the people, Brian.
Yes, it's a public service announcement. Public service announcement. Don't go to the Lucky Foods on, oh, there it is. The Giant Grocery Store at 10100 Dumfries Road in Manassas.
Oh, it's called the Giant Store. I've never heard of Giant. Is that must be a common thing that way?
I think East Coast. Yeah, I've never heard of Giant either.
Yeah. I like the sound of Publix. We don't have Publix, but I like the sound of it.
This would be more Publix.
Yeah, Publix. Going down to Publix. A man was arrested in Northern Virginia grocery store after he was seen pulling down his pants and rubbing produce items on his buttocks, says the police. The suspect then put the items back on the shelves. Freaking gross, dude. Do something else with them. Throw them away or do something. A loss prevention employee at the store told authorities. That's how they found out. Officers responded to the Giant grocery store after about 4:30 p.m. on Saturday. They arrested him. His name is Michael Dwayne Johnson. Michael the Rock Johnson, age 27. Right. He can you smell what the Rock is rubbing on his ass?
He's the Mike Rock.
Yeah. He's the Mike Rock. Johnson is facing charges of indecent exposure and destruction of property. The store had to destroy several pallets of produce after the incident. That's kind of a bummer. Yeah. Police spokesman did not have information on what type of produce Johnson allegedly defiled, although she said a police report mentioned it was fruit.
I really feel like they should, that should be information, right? Like,
yeah.
Like, is he rubbing cabbage or is it kiwi? See, kiwi would be the horrible thing to rub on your butt because the little hairs are like little fiberglass hairs.
Yeah, totally. Ew.
Stuck in everything.
I don't like the sound of any of that. I hope it was big stalks of celery for some reason. Why is that? There's something about a big, like a big 3 or 4 prong stalk of celery with that big old like meaty end of it and him just going with his butt. I don't know why.
Right. Not the leafy end. He's going to town on the root end.
Yeah, the root end.
Yeah.
Got a scratch that only that can itch. Not a pineapple, chat room. Bad idea. Bad idea. Jackalope Ashley says because celery is gross and that's the only good use for it. Oh man, throwing some shade on celery today.
That's right. Well, you burn more calories rubbing celery on your butt than you do when you consume it.
Yeah, that stuff's empty. I don't like it actually. I'm not a fan either. I like it in some soups and things. Like the flavor is an interesting flavor and things.
That's not the first thing you reach for on the crudité.
No. Oh my gosh, no.
Yeah.
Even when you put peanut butter or something weird in it, I'm not into that at all. Don't like it.
Oh, really? You don't care the ants on a log?
Oh,
you're not a big fan of the ants on a log?
No. No, I'm not. That sounds like 70s food.
What is the first thing you reach for on a crudité? Like, so you've got your, let's say you've got your celery, you've got your little cherry tomatoes, you've got green peppers, and you've got carrots. What do you reach for first?
Well, sometimes you got the little tiny pickles too, right? Sometimes on those things.
Oh, well, sure. The pickles are...
I get those first, number one. Boop,
the pickles are like, that's like, the marshmallows and Lucky Charms, really. The pickles and the crudité are the marshmallows and the Lucky Charms.
All right, carrots then. I always go for the carrots.
You go for the carrots.
Yeah, if I got to have like blue
ranch
cheese
or
something.
Or
something
cheese.
like that.
Sure.
Blue cheese ranch, dude. That I can do.
Snap peas. Yeah, if the snap peas are on there, I think that's what I usually go for. I like the the snap pea pods?
Depends on where I go, who I trust. Pea pods scare me from places I don't trust. I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah, something about them.
Because there's little preparation that goes on with the pea pods. Hopefully they're washed, but you don't cut the ends off like you do celery and carrots and stuff like that. Like you trim those pretty well, but pea pods, it's like right off the plant, right onto the plate.
They're like oysters. You really don't know what's in there until you crack one open, and then you're like, oh.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
It's not the best. Also, broccoli sometimes cauliflower's good, sure. And I
notice you're a cauliflower, like you say cauliflower, like I do. I know a lot of people who say cauliflower.
Yeah, I hear that a lot too, although I hear it mostly from people east of the Mississippi. It seems like Western states are all cauliflower. Like the Kala legend.
If we had more time today, I'd say that needs to be a straw poll: is cauliflower versus cauliflower.
Well, we do it later.
Cauliflower.
We could do it later.
Yeah.
All right. So that guy's in trouble and in jail. Well done, fruit rubbing bum guy.
Yeah. Still wish I knew what the fruit was, but oh well.
Dead fruit. I didn't try to make today about food, but I got another one here for you. An owner of a Chinese restaurant in Louisiana found with roadkill in a cooler. Now, I don't mean they just found roadkill in his cooler. I mean they found him in a cooler with roadkill.
Oh, okay.
Now, I don't know if he's dead or not. Let's find out. The owner of a Chinese restaurant in Louisiana is facing possible jail time after a spotted fawn was found in a cooler inside the eatery. This name. Chanthalapania.
Chantapanya.
All right. Age 61 of Winsboro was cited for possession of a spotted fawn after a Franklin Parish sheriff found the animal during a security check at the Golden Hen restaurant in Winsboro. I think I've been to Winsboro. That name is really familiar. Anyway, the deputy discovered an open door and proceeded inside to clear the building when he found a dead spotted fawn in the cooler. Well, it still not talks about how you didn't find the guy in there, so maybe that headline's misleading. Because
I don't see.
It says he was found with it.
He was just found with having roadkill in the cooler.
Yeah, but the way he says it, see how it says it?
I know, found with
roadkill in cooler. That sentence says the Chinese guy is in the cooler.
It could be read that way, but it could just be, you were found with a hooker under the mattress. You weren't necessarily found under the mattress with the hooker. You were just found with a hooker under your mattress.
Yeah, but if it's a location though, right? Like,
not necessarily
in a cooler or under a mattress. Yeah, you're probably right.
Same thing. You're found with you're found with, you just possessed this thing. You weren't necessarily with the thing in the place.
Right.
With the stuff in the place.
The stuff in the place and the thing. Got it. Anyway, deputy discovered an open door, proceeded inside. Wildlife agents were dispatched. They found Chanthampanya, the owner of the restaurant, later at his home where he was butchering the fawn. So he was killing it and going to prep it, man. He told agents he found the animal dead on the side of the highway, took the roadkill to his restaurant where he stored it in his cooler. He said he then took the fawn to his house and learned that the deputy may have seen the dead animal in his cooler. Possession of a spotted fawn is punishable by fines of up to $750 and between 15 and 30 days in jail. Do not kill and eat a spotted fawn.
Yeah, but the thing is, this would surprise me. Not that I'm going to go and shovel up some animal off the side of the road, but if he didn't kill, like if he's driving by and says, "Oh, spotted fawn, delicious," and he pulls over and sees one dead on the side of the road, you'd think there wouldn't be an issue with that.
You'd think,
right?
And he thought that was the case. It says here that he thought if you found an animal along the highway, that it wasn't illegal because now it's already dead. So what are you going to do with it? But apparently it is. And I don't know if that's true everywhere. Like if I find I know if you kill a black, or maybe it's a brown bear here, you get in huge trouble because they're, protected here. But if you find one dead, I think you still get in trouble if you don't report it or, like if you took it or something. I don't know. I don't know why that's illegal.
Yeah.
Someone in the chat have some legal stuff. It says here, Big Jim says...
I certainly could find it an issue that he took it to his restaurant's cooler and put it in there. That seems like a health violation, unsanitary. Blah,
Yeah, that part's a whole. Yeah, that's a whole different deal. But I agree.
If he's getting a fine, that's what he should be getting a fine for, not for picking up a roadkill off the side of the road.
Big Jim says in Ohio, if you hit a deer with your car, you have to declare it to law enforcement. Then you can take it home with you after they have noted it or notated that you did it.
Zoe says in the UK, if you hit an animal on the road, you can't take it home, but the person behind you can, which is a little bit of a quirk of the law. So
what? Really?
Yeah. So in other words, you can't, I guess there's too much question of like, oh, I hit this animal, but now if I want to take it, it calls into question their suspicion now that I did it on purpose so that I could have that animal.
Interesting. So if a lorry, here I'm going to talk in terms she understands.
Oh, yes, right.
If a lorry slams into a deer, I mean, haven't you killed them all by now in Britain? Aren't they all? Whatever. Anyway, so you kill the deer, somebody right behind you in like a Fiat, because some tiny little crap.
Sure. Well done. Yes.
Can pull over to the side and go meep meep, and they can get out of their left side of the car. Wait.
No, they get out of the right side.
Right side of the car because they're driving, and they can then put that in their boot. They put it in their boot.
They go, pardon me, governor. Yeah, you mind if I abscond with that roadkill?
Yep. Might I put it in my boot? And then you put it in the boot, which is the trunk over there, right? Right. And then you drive that home, and you. Well,
then you say cheers, and you drive off.
Yeah. Okay, I got it. All right. This all makes sense to me now.
Yeah.
Let's see. This guy says he couldn't be reached. Oh, they tried to reach him for content on Thursday, but his wife told the Times-Picayune. You ever been there?
No, they were a customer. I never installed there, which is a bummer. The only time I ever went to
Narlands.
Where is it? Wait, I thought that was
Times-Picayune's in New Orleans.
Yeah, Louisiana. Yeah, it's New Orleans. The only time I ever went to New Orleans was for an expo, a newspaper expo. That was at the hotel right adjacent to Bourbon Street, and we spent so much freaking time on Bourbon Street that
it was more Bourbon Street than
it was way more Bourbon Street than actual trade show for me.
I would imagine so.
For the head of the sales department and for one of the salespeople, we spent so much time on Bourbon Street. They should have checked the bottom of our shoes for bottle caps.
No kidding. That place is. The food is insane.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so good. I don't really like right around Mardi Gras time. You can pay me to be down there, but
no.
Any other time's fine. But you can only go like 1 block away from places that tourists are safe in that town.
Yeah,
and then
you don't want to venture too far off of Bourbon Street.
Yeah, you'll die. Like there's the French Quarter, and then a block over is a mass shooting 5 minutes away. Like it's just bad. Or at least it was when I was there last. It was so bad.
Yeah.
No offense to any of our fine friends that live down in New Orleans. You have a rad city, but you also got some serious crime issues. Or you did. I don't know if you still do or not. Hey, what's the deal here? We got another little story here. How about this? This would put me under. I think this would be the end of me.
Hey, I'd move, honestly.
I'd be done. I'm kind of with her on her statement, which we'll get to in a minute. A Georgia woman, found 30 brown recluse spiders inside of her new house. 30.
Nope.
If you find one, you leave. You find 30, you destroy the world.
This is the one whose venom can cause that necrosis where your flesh just dies around the bite, and it's just
like zombie arm. Your arm will fall off like a zombie. That's exactly what'll happen. Her name was Nicole Fotianos.
Fotianos. I don't know. I guess Greek.
Could be Italian. Very Greek, though. You're right. She probably has a mole. I have this thing where my whole life, any time anyone introduced me to anyone Greek, they always had a mole like right here. Always.
Really? Okay.
I don't know why. I don't think this isn't like a racist thing. They always have a mole. There's a burger chain in town that's run by a big Greek family. It's awesome. The food's amazing. And there's always somebody from that family, an extended family, working in all the locations. And I guarantee you, if you go into a Crown Burger in Salt Lake City, and there are many of them, you will find a dude behind the counter with a big old mole right there. It's just the way it was. Anyway.
My big fat Greek mole. So Somebody lock that in as a show title, please.
That's not bad. Let's see. She found the 30 spiders immediately after she moved into her new house. The dangerous brown recluse, also and kind of all over the country. It's not like one place you'll get these. Arizona gets them kind of bad, I think. Anyway, it has a distinctive violin-shaped marking on its upper body, native to the U.S. The arachnid's habitat extends from Nebraska to Ohio and across the south to Texas and Florida, according to pest control specialist Orkin. Wait, is that a company or a dude?
No, Orkin. You've heard of Orkin? Hey, Orkin, man.
Oh, right. It's been ages
Yeah,
since
pest
I've
control.
heard that.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, the dude who works there is named Morkin.
Morkin from Morkin?
Yeah, that's the one.
You can keep Orson the same, though. You don't have to change his name.
You can keep Orson the same. Morkin calling Orson. Come in, Orson.
This is Morkin. Flapatano says she contacted the house's former owners. They said they never encountered these spiders during the 10 years they lived there. She thinks the spider problem may be linked to a 4-month period when the house was empty and workers were attempting to resolve a mold problem. That makes sense. Sure. They were everywhere. I just say we should burn it all down, she says. Says she joked, but
yeah,
I'd burn it.
Yeah, I'd be
so freaked.
Hey, hon, I know you said that as a joke. I think I'm all right with that.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, the commercial, the Hey Orkin Man, the Culligan Man is the one that had the commercial with the Hey Orkin Culligan Man. Oh. But there was an Orkin Man. There was a commercial where there was like the Orkin Man or something like that.
The Orkin Man.
I did find some Black Widows in my media closet. So we have a media, like the room where I have all the CDs and stuff.
Yeah.
And I found two Black Widows, male Black Widows, but they still have that same creepy bulbous posterior.
Did you lose it, or how'd it go? Like,
no, I just smashed the crap out of them with a Milli Vanilli CD. I keep, there are certain CDs that I keep handy just for smashing bugs, and
I may have lost
not really Milli Vanilli, but
I may have lost my mind if that had been me.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. I'm not I can't deal. By the way, here's a Orkin commercial from, let's see, let's play one from 1992. It looks like it's a Terminator. Here, let's just run it.
Oh, right, yeah. Okay.
I don't remember this.
They are a fire out of control, yet he will extinguish them. Their sting brings pain. His sting brings protection. You've met the enemy, fire ants. Now, meet the exterminator, the Orkin Man.
There he is.
Fire kill control
wow.
The Orkin Man.
Yeah, that's dumb. He's in a big robot suit. It's dumb. Super dumb.
Sarah Connor.
I don't think I've ever seen a brown recluse personally, but I'm terrified of ever seeing one. I've seen plenty of Black Widows, though. We get those here, too.
Yeah.
And I've never been bit. I've never known anyone who was bit. I feel like you have to really get in there and bug them to get bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But the scary thing is if one of them crawled under your head while you were CPAPing one night and it got stuck because you shifted your weight and your head smushed him a little bit, she'd go, no! And she'd bite you in the head.
Why would you put that into my head now? Why would you make me think of that? What's the matter with you?
Don't worry, it's fine. Everything will be fine. I have a bite I can't explain on the back of my neck right here, and I don't know what happened. Probably at night. Leaned over.
Yeah, I think I got bit by something on my back when we were in Santa Fe. Like we looked and it was like, oh yeah, that is a bite.
Could have been a scorpion or something.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I just woke up with it. So I mean, I think we'd find a scorpion in the bed.
If I woke up like this.
Squished or something.
Brian walked around singing, I woke up like this all morning.
No, I woke up singing, here I am, rock you like a hurricane.
Wow. Did you have a double-necked guitar as you did it? Because I used to love that guy. He had 2 necks on his guitar and a big porno mustache, that guitarist. Do you remember him from the Scorpions? Oh, no, he's so great. Hold on, Scorpions.
No, I just remember the lead singer, dude. Let me look at the...
guitarist. He had... It has to be from back in the day or else it won't...
yeah, I mean...
Wait, is it him or who am I thinking of? So one of them had like this gnarly mustache.
Let's see. Oh, here we go.
It's got to be double neck. Okay, where is he? I'm not thinking of the wrong guy, am I? Maybe I am. I see the double neck thing, but I'm
yeah.
having a hard time finding his mustache period. This would have been the 80s. Yeah, I can't find a good one.
Man.
Oh well.
Yeah, you see the lead singer of the Scorpions with his. Oh yeah, here's the guy. Hold on a second. The guy with his mustache.
Put it in chat.
I will. Let me see if I can.
So they can see it too.
It's right around. So we might have to do a little bit of navigation, but here you go. Copy, paste.
Oh, there
but you
he
look
is.
at that.
That's totally him.
You look at that lead singer, and receding hairline and everything, the long mullet. It's like this guy should be valet parking my car, right? Not
Yep.
the lead singer of a rock group.
I completely agree. He's the shorty there, isn't he? I didn't realize he was the short one in the group. But see this guy in the end chat room, this dude over here, the mustache, double neck guitar on his side. That's the guy. And in the 80s, he was rocking that mustache. See if I can find it. I'm trying to find an 80s shot.
It's no wonder Dee Snider did the whole makeup thing. I bet Dee Snider without makeup back then looked a lot like this guy in the Scorpions.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. Okay, this guy in the far right, he had this mustache. He's the only one. He's the only one that ever kept it, and it was gnarly and nasty. I used to love those guys, though. I was so into them. Best song they ever made is Arizona on the album where he had the forks on his eyes. What's the name of that album?
Oh, yeah, right.
That guy also had a mustache.
Yes.
May have been him,
yeah.
for all I know. I don't know.
No,
Anyway.
that was such a cool album cover.
I love those guys. Yeah,
His face was getting pushed through glass. He had a big bandage on his head.
Yeah, the shattered glass, bandage on his head, and then two forks on his eye, like two converted forks. Yes. It was like
it is kind of a weird album cover when you think about it.
I got that tape through Columbia House. That's how
Blackout.
old that
It's
is.
called
Blackout. That's it.
Blackout. I thought of like cosplaying as that guy when you're for Dragon Con. I thought that would have been a hilarious. Hilarious cosplay.
You should. That's a great idea. Blackout Scorpions. All right, I just want to see this so I can just have a little memory here. Oh yeah, look at that. There's the album, you guys. Here, chat. Look at this. Look at that. This is the one. And that guy's got a sweet stash. Who's screaming?
Yes.
And
so I'd have to do the stash, the forks in the eyes, the the bandage that doesn't get explained, and then the forks in his eyes.
It's the best. It's the greatest. It was the greatest generation. All right. What else? We got a final story here about an online divorce service. I didn't know there was such a thing, but apparently you get an online divorce if you want to. And I'm not going to say much about it, except they claim that Fortnite addiction has been cited in 200 of their official divorces. So apparently, if you're playing a whole lot of Fortnite, maybe you're at risk for marriageus brachiopitis.
You got to be able to prove it, and as long as there's substantiated claims that you can call. I reference the case of Fortnite versus
Jensen. As you know, in that case, it was upheld by the court that if a man seeking additional skins spends too much time on the weekend shooting mother effers in the face, why?
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Cited in over 200 divorces so far this year.
Yeah, it's a lot. But it's also so huge and popular. I mean, anything that big and popular will have 200 divorces attached to it. So
I didn't think anybody over the age of 19 played Fortnite.
Fortnite is popular with many, many people, including old fart types. In fact, I watched a 50-something-year-old playing Fortnite on Twitch the other day.
Really? Okay.
And he had 3,000 people watching him. So you never know. But I remember these stories about WoW back in the day. WoW is cited as a reason why divorces are up. Like, it's okay, fine.
That's why I'm so glad that so many people in FERT, in the raid team, their wives play along with them, right? Yep. Like old man and old lady Franks play together, and Tets and McCullough used to play a lot. Ben
and Sarah play, yeah.
Ben and Sarah, yep, exactly.
Yeah, it's good. I think that's how you stay together. Nobody tell Kim. All right, we're gonna take a break. When we come back, make some stuff with Bill with us, won't you? And then jury duty and all that. I don't know what we're talking to him about. Probably that Mario Toad thing. We'll see. But then also some other stuff after that. So come on back, you hear? In the meantime, song time, Brian time. Give us a song, Brian.
Yes. Got a song by a music producer from Botswana and Cape Town, South Africa. Moved to the UK in 2004 and started producing computer-based music, writing songs, but gave up the job actually to do a quote-unquote real job while continuing to DJ in the background. But that changed in 2014 when he took an Ableton course in Hackney and started going back to music. This is fantastic. I'm trying to find out who the vocalist is on this.